You gotta try jiu-jitsu at least once. At least once. Once. One class. One class.
I'm fighting. Don't play with me.
I just did one lap. Let's keep it going. Happy Friday, everyone. So today I have jiu-jitsu from 6 to 7. I am only doing a drill class because, again, I just want to make sure my injuries don't get aggravated and any worse than what it is. Hold on, let me put this thing down. I can see my face. So right now I'm actually heading to the gym. I'm going to be doing cardio because since I have the time, I'll be able to just use it to just benefit me on my cardio. I'm gonna do a nice hit. I'm gonna do cardio on the elliptical for like the 30 to 40 minutes, maybe an hour. We'll see how I feel. There I am going to enjoy the sauna. And then later on, I got jiu-jitsu. I'm only drilling the drill class. And yeah, that's pretty much what today's agenda. So let's get to it. Successful Friday, y'all.
Moka ay fokiling take so kaita. Mioki ya nebi oka uti ya finya poka ne mato. Joka alama kokui okang ma, kokua toki so.
Esse é o DJ Epifi, brabo da putaria.
Nyoki veno, nyoki veno, Moka ay fokiling take so kaita. Mioki ya nebi oka uti ya finya poka ne mato. Joka alama kokui okang ma, kokua toki so.
beautiful week it has been. This week, I haven't been able to train jiu-jitsu like the way I wanted to because of one, work, and then two, of course, I'm still having a little bit of minor injuries, so I figured I'll let them rest while I work because hey, I can make some money while I rest, right? But I absolutely did love training jiu-jitsu on Friday. It was a lot of fun. It was so good to see my BJJ sisters, Liz and Amanda. If you guys are watching, thank you for Friday. I had so much fun. But yeah, honestly, this week was amazing. I also wanted to get on here because I've been having a lot of questions from all my platforms, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, in which if you guys are not following my Instagram or my TikTok, please do. I post more there daily, and sometimes you get more content on there before you get on here. So yeah, if you don't follow me on my Instagram or my TikTok, follow me, okay? Okay, let's connect. Women, let's connect. But yeah, I had a few questions, especially from my last YouTube video, and one person asked what got me into training jiu-jitsu. So for those who do not know, I have been training jiu-jitsu for 11 years. I first initially started jiu-jitsu when I was 12. I went in because I was severely getting bullied. Don't even want to get into that. But pretty much my family, especially my dad, he was like, hey, you gotta like learn how to defend yourself. You gotta be more confident. That way, you know, if anyone at school hurts you or whatever, you know how to defend yourself. And I was very naive. I was just like,
But I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter.
and he didn't care about that. And honestly, looking back at that, I was so naive of thinking, because obviously, if you're a lover, you're definitely a fighter. So he put me in jiu-jitsu kind of against my will. And I resented every single time I trained. It was to the point where I can't tell you what I learned besides like mountainscapes, because I just resented it. It was so bad. I absolutely hated jiu-jitsu. I hated being in a place that I didn't want to be. I only trained for like, I want to say like 4 months, and then eventually my dad just took me out of it because he realized I wasn't enjoying it. And whatever, long story short, from 12 to I believe like 14, maybe 15, yeah, 14 going on 15, that's when I kept getting bullied. Not severely as before, but enough for me to be like, okay.
I had enough.
So I told my dad, I said, listen, I think I want to go back to training jiu-jitsu. And he was like, are you sure? Are you sure? He grilled me, and rightfully so. I was very stubborn and, again, naive little girl. And I just told him, no, for sure. I definitely want to go. And yeah, so I came back to jiu-jitsu. I was like about, I want to say sophomore year in high school. That's when I joined jiu-jitsu, and I loved it. I was grasping every technique, every submission so quickly. Within like 6 months of training, one of my coaches told me, hey, like, would you want to compete? And I was like,
Yes, I want to compete. Let me compete.
and I compete. I won first place in my first competition. And ever since then, like, I just fell more and more in love with jiu-jitsu. I definitely had a lot of fatigue moments, especially during my purple belt. A lot of things were thrown at me, but ideally what got me into jiu-jitsu was bullying. And, you know, granted, I was a little kid. It wasn't like I was 21 and I was like, let me try this and be a fighter or competitor. No, I literally joined jiu-jitsu to know how to defend myself. And yeah, and now I try train not only just to learn self-defense, but to also just be healthy and live an athletic lifestyle. If I want to compete, I'll compete. There's no pressure there. I like to train, and I like to empower other women. I like to encourage other women to join jiu-jitsu, in which, hey, if you don't try jiu-jitsu at least once in your life, you're not living. I'm sorry. You gotta try jiu-jitsu at least once. At least once. One class. With the right people, okay? With the right people. And the right coach. That's why I joined jiu-jitsu. I had another question. Another question was from TikTok, and it was, how do you split your days? So you guys are not new here. You already know my split day, but in case you're new and or weren't paying attention, I usually have 3 days in the gym and about 4 to 3 days of jiu-jitsu, but 4 to 5 hours of training jiu-jitsu. Point is, I only have one rest day, and the other 6 days of my week I have either the gym or jiu-jitsu. I do not train jiu-jitsu and go to the gym in the same day. I like to let my muscles recover and take a break on my tendons, because obviously that's a lot on your joints and your tendons. And I got another question. I got a few questions from a lot of people, but I'm only going to be answering 3, because I feel like these three stood out the most to me, and I feel are more meaningful. Other ones are just like,
Oh, so like, have you ever been to Miami? Like,
dude, you ask me something about jujitsu at the gym, okay? Third question that I get a lot is, do you prefer gi or no gi? And oh my god, oh, I hate this question. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I think in the last two videos I already shared my opinion on this. I actually love the gi more. And it's just for the simple fact that, you know, you have the fabric, you have the lapels to worry about besides regular hand grips on the body. And I'm a problem solver. I love to solve problems. I love to think outside the box. I feel like I get that more when I train gi versus no gi. No gi is the same thing, but the no gi is, I just feel like it's easier to get out of grips, easier to explode, in which this is where I'll say I do think that I should train more no-gi because I struggle with explosiveness sometimes. I like to also be very smooth with my attacking. I like to be calculated, technical, but the strength training and the way I functional training with my coach, I definitely want to experience more of my explosiveness. And yes, you can still be explosive while training gi, but because there's so many different variations of grips that you have to worry about, it's going to be harder. So yeah, and if you want to be better in it or have a better chance of experiencing your explosiveness easier, I would say, than no gi. But I guess that tells you gi is better, because why go for the easier route when you could be challenged, right? Another reason I love the gi more is because it is applicable. A lot of people like to say
no gi is more realistic because you're walking around and people's wearing civilian clothes.
but if you're in like New York like I am, and it's winter, everyone got coat, sweater, that's literally like a gi. And I'm sorry, if you're wearing a sweater or a coat and you messing with me, I'm gonna use whatever the hell I know how to use, like your sweater, against you. Okay? I will use it against you, all right? And it is very realistic. And yeah, I'm sorry. I disagree with that. I highly disagree with it. Honestly, gi is harder, and I think that's why I love gi overall, because again, it puts you in very uncomfortable, uncompromisable positions, and you gotta really dig deep and remember each technique and learn how to really go along that checklist of each technique in order to get out of that position. I just love gi. I love gi. It's so strategic. It's very fun. And I know it's more of the sport vibe of jiu-jitsu rather than the self-defense in a sense, because it is self-defense, okay? But I like gi. But I really do enjoy training no-gi as well. Don't get it twisted, okay? I absolutely do love no-gi. I don't gotta wash the gi. I don't gotta worry about like an overheating jacket on me, getting sweaty. I don't have to worry about moving my leg and then getting worried that they have like a fabric still on. Like, I don't gotta worry about a lot of things. That's pretty much my opinions on it and on the questions I wanted to answer. It's a little more about me. Definitely ask me more questions down below, and ask meaningful ones. Don't ever ask me if I ever went to Miami. That's just weird. Anything about jiu-jitsu, gym, fitness, I would gladly like to answer it. Oh yeah, nutrition, meal prepping, anything along those lines, definitely ask in the comments down below. And again, follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you have not already. It is right here, okay? I'm giving you space in the screen to look at my username and follow me, okay? Follow me. I'm gonna give you like 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. You did it? Did you do it?
I'm fighting. Don't play with me.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hype if you can. I heard the only way to hype a video is by liking the video, so you gotta like the video first if you want to hype it, okay? And share if you want to see the action, the grind, okay? So if you know someone that's struggling with motivation, send them my videos. Oh my god, please. Definitely leave a comment. Okay? I see you guys in the next one. Bye!